Hello, YouTube land. I sound like my mother. Hello. Um, First, I want to just start talking because usually with YouTube live videos, there's a delay. One, hi, and two, um, I like to look at the YouTube live videos as well, and I don't like that dead air at the beginning of the video. Um, Especially if I'm on here on time. So, hi from air to everybody who's watching. Um, the truth is, I've been gone for an entire month on this channel on beauty. I have three channels now. You guys probably have figured that. Some of you have probably figured that out now. But first, I do want to thank those of you who are new subscribers. And when I mean new subscribers, like within the past couple of months or maybe within the past 2 years. Because to be honest, I hadn't even thanked you guys for subscribing, for watching, for supporting. So I do want to thank those of you that are new since I've reached my 100,000 subscriber thing. And then I also want to thank the people who have been with me watching my videos and supporting me from like day one. Like just been there watching and noticing some things that has changed in my life. And I've been sharing it more so it seems like on my fitness channel and not so much on this channel, my beauty channel. So so yeah, I haven't really shared a lot as far as my personal life on my beauty channel. And you guys probably have noticed that I haven't posted almost a month, if not longer. And then I have been posting videos here and there. It's either been for my fashion channel, which that's my third channel that is now up live and running. And I just posted a new video to it. So, um, but haven't really given you guys like a full scope as to what's going on with me. Thank you. So just keep in mind, my eyes are squinting because I'm trying to see what people are seeing on the screen, but I actually could open it up on my phone. But I'm actually going to be bringing a lot of videos back. There's a lot of things that I'll be doing that's new. Well, not new, they're old, but they're resurfacing and I'm doing new things with it. So um, just to let you guys know, okay, I gotta go into this really quickly. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. And then I have to take the volume down so that I can see what's going on. Okay. All right. So I know you guys have been missing me. Like, I have been trying quite often to figure out how, thank you, I've been trying quite often how to actually talk about what's going on with my life, dealing with divorce. Those of you who know from my fitness channel, you are aware. Those of you who are a part of my beauty channel and enjoy my wigs and my natural hair journey and the fashion lookbooks and stuff, you guys kind of don't know because you don't look at my fitness channel. I would definitely encourage you to subscribe to it because that's where I share my entire like healthy lifestyle journey. And it's not just in diet and nutrition or nutrition and training, it's emotional health and just me going through life getting to 40. This year I'll be 40. My God, this year I'll be 40. That's not an old age, but it's just for some people they consider that to be a milestone. So I have been trying to figure out how I was going to do this video and I wanted to actually record it, but then I just kind of felt like it just was not authentic. It wasn't authentic to how I feel about my situation. And so I figured I would do this video and I didn't plan for it to be so spontaneous. I didn't plan for it to be spontaneous. I just kind of figure it would be easier to deal with the questions and answers because I know you got questions. Thank you. I know you guys got questions. I know people are wondering what happened. how did it come about? How did it happen? And I'm one of those people um, that don't mind sharing it. There are people who will say in social media, you shouldn't share your personal business. And I'm willing to share, but I'm also know how to share and still keep certain aspects of my life private. To be honest with you, I have been told I'm very good with that, so I can tell you what you need to know. But parts that I find important to me or that I keep secret to myself is what I'm good at not sharing if I don't need to. But I thought it would just seem more authentic if I did it this way. Yes, talking about it is therapeutic for me. Um, the divorce process, someone asked me how did I get through the divorce process. So here's the long story short. In July of last year, that's when everything started to kind of fall apart. And it was also the month that I had my first bodybuilding competition. You guys are probably aware that my weight loss journey started in 2013. So my life took a different change. My reasoning and my goal was specifically for being just to be a better woman, to be a better wife, to be a better mother because I had two kids in the home. So I was a stepmom. I was going to be a stepmom. So I figure I needed to make some adjustments to myself to be a better person to those that I considered I loved and that were my family. Unfortunately, your motivation, you do lose it. But in July, that's when everything kind of fell apart. Um, the kids were pretty much taken by their mom, unbeknownst to me, even though later on she did call me and apologize for how all of it happened. She wasn't aware of what was going on between me and my husband. You guys aren't really that fully aware of what was going on between me and my husband to some aspect, but things were starting to fall apart at that point. And with the kids being taken away, which they're safe, they're with their mother, safety, they're safe. They didn't need to be in the situation that me and my husband was trying to deal with. But the unfortunate aspect of it was that I was trying to work it out, but he wasn't trying to. And this is not shade towards him. It's just difference in background, difference in opinion, difference in how things should be handled, difference in feelings about each other and about the value of marriage and relationships. And it's just a difference. And to be honest, I totally understand where he comes from, where he came from with the whole situation, the stress that it was putting him under, the stress that it was also putting me under. I understand all of it, but the truth of it is it still hurts. So, even though it was very traumatic for both of us, and the way it ended was very not so great. Um, it wasn't got a chance to really just talk it through. We tried, but we needed to be totally apart. We're both fire signs. If you pay attention to that kind of stuff, I don't as much, but unfortunately some of that stuff does have its truth to it. But we're very passionate people just with different backgrounds, so us talking that through was not going to work. We needed this separation of it. But unfortunately it was due to infidelity on his part. um, and that's just is what it is. So he hasn't been in the home since July of last year, which those of you who watch my fitness channel probably have noticed that some of the videos that I've posted up, like while it was going on, you might not have realized how hard it was that I was going through it, and then you might have. But yeah, he hasn't been here. So the divorce process, to be honest with you guys, I've completed the paperwork for it. I haven't filed it yet. I think a part of me is just not ready to do that, and then a part of me is like, come on, let's get this going. We need to get this out of the way. And I'm warring or battling. Battling is a better word. I'm battling between two different emotions. A lot of it has to do with how I grew up. And then the other half is noticing how life and the world is working right now, in the stream of times, the way the world is working and the way things are being perceived. And just, this world is a mess, you guys. This world is a mess. So, I grew up in a stable family home. I had both my parents, and there are a lot of people who've had that, but I think one of the differences is that I had parents that were extremely, I don't want to say extremely, but very emotionally involved in my life as well as my brother's lives, especially my father. So thank you. So a lot of people don't have that or didn't have that, where they had a father that was like involved, especially, I want to say especially women, but more so with men. It just seems like men just have a hard time because they haven't had that father figure or that male figure in their lives. So I was fortunate enough, and my mother said that she doesn't apologize for how her and my dad decided to do things that way. Because honestly, I have to be truthful. It is hard for me because there's a lack or a large percentage of people that didn't grow up the way I grew up. It wasn't like I was rich. It wasn't like I was privileged. It wasn't like we were dead poor. It was just a good family life. My dad still wasn't perfect. Nobody is. But he was a big part of my life. And losing him was hard. So I recognized for myself what I learned in my divorce is that I felt like I was trying to replace a hole that I had lost. And so now I have lost the piece that was filling that hole. And now I have to get back to myself. So, yeah, that's what I have learned. And to be honest, the piece, I think what I'm learning more so about myself is that because I desire a relationship to be a certain way, and I am getting to the point where I feel like that's far and few in between. That makes sense. I'd rather just be single. Yeah, I'd rather just be single. Um, my marriage has taught me that I am capable of I'm capable of being a good wife. I'm 100% capable of it. Had my marriage given me times where I would second guess myself or question myself in certain things? Yes, because I'm not perfect. But I think it just made me a stronger person. It also solidified some things about me that used to bother me. Um, I think what bothers me is that I am extremely talented. I am able to do whatever I put my mind to, even if it's hard. I have an extremely disciplined way of doing things and thinking, but I'm down to earth and very grounded. And that bothers me about myself because of how others perceive me. They either perceive me, well, not perceive me, they only perceive me of one way, and then I'll get a different response or another response. I'm either perceived as being arrogant, and I'm a very kind hearted person. So sometimes that bothers me, being so extremely talented, and other people view me as arrogant. And I've honestly come to the point where I don't care if you think I'm arrogant, because I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to be who I am. And I hope it helps other people. That's all I want to do. And I'm perceived as arrogant, but then the response or the way people feel about me is a sense of envy or jealousy. And I've gotten that my entire life. Growing up, even as a teenager, jealousy from other people, was really, really hard for me as a kid. So uh, to experience that mindset from somebody that I was married to, that was hard for me to deal with. So um, I've learned that now it's not I don't give a damn or I don't care attitude. It's just, this is me and this is who I am. And if you don't like it, go somewhere else. I mean, this is me. I'm totally capable of being a submissive wife. I'm also totally capable of pulling the reins if I have to. If you're not going to do anything about it, I'm going to do something about it. I can't stand to see people fall or my family fall or a situation falls because some people that we perceive that need to be in their position don't take their place. I'm totally fine with taking that place. Is it easy? No, because in reality, I'm a woman and that is not supposed to be my job. So that's not supposed to be my job. My job is to be a helpmate. My job is to be a wife, But I'm learning that it's a lot of work being single and it's also a lot of work being married. So I've gotten the best of both worlds. And I think at this time, just being single has helped me realize that it's probably just not best for me to be in any kind of relationship as far as marriage again, unless that person loves the same things that I love. And I don't even want to say the same things, but just love the same God that I love. And not just saying in name only of who they are, because most of you may be aware that I'm one of Jehovah's Witnesses. So just saying that you are one is not enough for me anymore. It never was. I've learned that about myself. If you don't love Jehovah the way that I do, how you gonna love me? Because I'm a lot of woman. I'm capable of so much. I have so much resource, so much talent, so much. And as much as it bothers me having that, and I don't think you guys understand, or maybe you do. You may not understand what that feels like, but it does bother me that it gives people the impression that I'm arrogant because I find myself dumbing myself down a lot, and I noticed that about myself, and I learned that in my marriage, and I learned that in my divorce too. So this is why you guys have not seen me in a couple of weeks, because I am processing my emotions and I am processing everything, how it happened, relating it to things as far as my childhood, what I grew up with, things that are like kind of ingrained in your life from childhood. We all pull things back from there. We just do. I don't think it's more so that I'm looking for somebody that is like my father, but a part of me thinks just subconsciously I am. Um, yeah, but it's just this time is necessary for me. It's necessary for me. I'm trying not to give up hope. I don't feel like I've lost hope that there's somebody out there for me that not just appreciate, because you can appreciate anybody's talents and who they are, but I mean value, have value, find me valuable. I think people may find me valuable, they just don't feel like they could reach a level, or they think they can't reach the same level as, I guess, the way that I think, and I don't think that's true because I'm not perfect. Yeah, interesting. So I haven't filed the paperwork yet. The paperwork is filled out. It's done. It just needs to be filed. I had to take care of debt and things like that first. And I guess I wanted to give it a full year to take care of me in a sense, because to be honest, the the marriage is done. And then speaking from my feelings and how I feel about it, I'm not angry. I'm disappointed. Um, a part of me is starting to forgive myself because a part of it was I think I blamed him for not being honest, but I feel he was being honest. It was just I was viewing it in a different way, and then I kind of had to learn to forgive myself because a part of me kind of knew this was going to happen. You know, that sucks to say that, but I come with loyalty, and that's just who I am, and I'm okay with that. So I don't feel bad for being a good woman to a man that was not right for me. I don't feel bad about that. So, knowing that helps me to realize that I'm not dumbing down myself anymore. And I'm just gonna stay single. It's just until either that one reveals itself to me, meaning that man, and he's worth my time. Right now, I don't think anything is too much worth my time right now because healing is a process, and I know that. Another thing I've learned about myself through this process is I have great understanding for why things happen the way they are, and I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes myself, sometimes I don't give myself the benefit of the doubt, but I do give other people the benefit of the doubt. But I think a lot of times my understanding of how things work and how it's going and just accepting that, um, I think that's enough to get me through the pain or the hurt or the heartbreak. And that's just not true. It still hurts. It's still a trauma. Part of me is going through post traumatic stress disorder. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. I do talk to a therapist. It's not as bad as I think. So I would definitely encourage anybody that's going through any type of relationship turmoil, whether it's a breakup or just things in your marriage that might be seem tumultuous. I'm looking for the right word. It just seems like it's just in turmoil. Keep in mind, it's just an attack. It's a spiritual attack. That's just exactly what it is. Um, Satan doesn't want families together, doesn't want people to be happy. He just doesn't. And just know that it's just a spiritual attack, and you have to attack it as that, as a spiritual one. But it takes two people to do that. It can't be just one. So I would definitely encourage you to tackle it that way together. But for your own sanity, don't lose yourself in your marriage. Don't lose yourself in your relationships. Don't do it. There it is, tumultuous. Am I saying it right? Tumultuous. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. And if you are going through a divorce or if you're going through a relationship breakup, I don't care if the title is there or not. Seek therapeutic help. You will just be amazed at how past life experiences, now I want to say past life experiences, but your childhood and all of that stuff plays a part, and how you make decisions in your relationship and dealing with yourself as a woman, especially single. There are some people who are uh, single not by choice. Is that the right one? Not by choice. It's just happening that way. Thank you. Yes. So yeah, husband and wife needs to work together. Um, but there are some people who are in marriages where that's just not the case. I've watched that happen in my own family. I've watched my mom and my dad work through things. Um, I've watched my parents work through things. So it's just sometimes it's depressing to know that in this time and age, me going into my 40s and about to be single is like I don't have time for this if you're not trying to work things out. Like, if that's not in your, it's just people have been going through the same thing that I've gone through, and they're like, I'm done with that. Don't want to get married. Just, we could just be friends. And I don't think I really want that. I thought I did, but I don't. I don't. But some people are just single by, not by choice, but just, it's just, that's just what's happening. That's just what life is. It's just kind of hard to find a partner that really understands you, or is willing to get to understand you, because they already have so much baggage or so much things going on with them that they may have not yet healed from themselves, or may not understand or know themselves either. So um, I'm glad to say when I got married, I did know myself, but I was still, growing as a woman anyway. Or, yes, the word single by circumstance. So I'm single by circumstance. But yeah, it's hard to find, and I'm not just saying it's just in the sense of women too, because this is the same thing for men. I've come across single men that explain this exact same way of thinking. So it would seem like, well, shoot, you get it, I get it, I've been through it, you've been through it, maybe we, but no, it doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. Um, it just doesn't. Just because you both understand doesn't mean you really have the same viewpoints on how a relationship should work, or how you would like for it to work. You just, it's not the same. Men are quite different. Women are quite different. The problem is nobody seems to try to value the differences. No one seems to try to value the differences. And I feel with me, the value is, just because I can do everything, it seems that I can do everything. Well, that's not the truth. I can do anything I want to do. I don't care how hard it is. And I'm okay with failing at it too. Like, if it's not for me, it's not for me. Some people are like, don't like to do things. They don't like to fail at things. But I don't care. If I failed at it, I failed at it. At least I tried. Oh well, I got there. But if it's like something passionate about me, I really want to do, I'll get it done. But I do quite kind of find that that makes me feel like I'm intimidating. It makes me feel like I bring out the insecurity in some men, not all, because I know there aren't men out there that are that insecure, but it does make me feel some type of way. It just does. So, but oh well, level up. Level up. So, yeah, level up. That's all I can say. Um, I I'm learning that I am tired of dumbing myself down. I am learning that I know what I want, but I also know that it's not going to be easy in this day and age, in the way the world is going now. It's not going to be easy for me to find. Um, Even though I'm on social media, that doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. There may be men that might watch my video and see this, and they might find me cool and cute and pretty and all of this stuff, and that doesn't mean you can really handle me. So, yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Oh, you guys are giving some really good comments. Maybe this is a. Oh yes. Yeah, control. Hmm, that's interesting. I haven't even gotten to that point. Somebody mentioned about the control or the signature for the divorce. I haven't even gotten to that point yet. They haven't been filed and it hasn't been served to him yet. When it does, when we get to that point, if he makes it difficult for me, um, he just makes it difficult for me. Because the reality of it is, even after the divorce, I'm still not interested in marrying again. I'm just in that mind frame right now because I'm viewing the world. I'm viewing the world differently. The way I want to view it is the way I'm pretty sure it's going to be that way when Jehovah takes care of everything. So once he takes care of everything with the kingdom, then I will be able to have that. But right now, not right now. It's not going to happen right now. But if it does in the near future in this time and it helps me to carry on, then it does. But just right now, I'm not seeing that right now. Oh, whoa. Hmm. Okay, so everybody is crazy. That's not true. But we all have some things that are going. We're all imperfect. We're further and further and further and further and further and further and further away from perfection. So we all have something about us. Um, uh, yeah, we're further and further from perfection. The issue that was going on within my marriage was the fact that my husband dealt with manic depression, and that's just another word for saying bipolar. Um, it is a stigma, especially in the, I want to say, in the black community, and especially with black men, because it's always said that black men don't like to talk about mental instabilities. They don't like to talk about it. They don't want to accept that there may be something wrong with them emotionally or mentally, or accept the fact that they're just different. Yeah, you're just different. You think different. It's a different way of thinking. It's hormone imbalances, and it's just learning how to balance it out, and then having somebody that understands it. I mean, I may not be bipolar, but I figure with all of the talents that I have, I should be bipolar. But I understood, I understood it and was willing to deal and work with it. That's just what loyalty and unconditional love is to me. But that's not an easy thing for a man to deal with. I feel that because, not that men are emotionless. Whoever told you that does not know what they're talking about. Men have emotions. They just project it totally different than women. It may appear that women are stronger in emotions. We're just stronger at projecting it, or we're stronger at communicating it than men are. Because just the society just makes it hard for them. They're told they shouldn't be talking about it. They're told they shouldn't cry. They told they shouldn't feel pain. They're told that men don't do that. There's things that men are taught that is kind of messed up. And it's the same thing with women. It's things that women are taught that's kind of messed up too. So uh, that was the issue in our marriage. So that was the issue that was going on in our marriage, and he needed to not be in a marriage. He needed to not be in a relationship. He needed to not. Now, if he's doing that or not, I don't know. I haven't talked to him since, yeah, July. I haven't talked to him since then. So, oh, it's okay. I'm actually gonna get off of here in about 4 minutes. I didn't want this video to be too long. I just wanted to throw my head out here. You guys see I'm alive. This is what I'm dealing with. This is what I'm going through. No matter how strong I am, it is still a process for anybody. It's everybody handles their difficulties with relationships or whatever traumas go on in your life. Everybody deals with it differently. Um, it was just I needed to be by myself. That used to bother me, wanting to be that way, because there are things that I've read in the Bible where isolating yourself is not a good thing. And even though a part of me agrees with that, the other half of me feels like if I don't sit down and be alone with my thoughts and get it together, I will do something stupid. So it's, everybody's different. So I'm glad to know that I serve a God that understands the personality of each and every one of us. So, yeah, can function with others in society. I mean, yeah, I have been coming across more people who are dealing with bipolar, or they're dealing with divorce or relationships that they've been in for years, and just it's just starting to break down, and they're asking me like, how am I dealing with it? And I'm like, the only thing I can tell you is I'm okay being by myself. I thought I wasn't, but I am. I'm learning that I am okay, and I'm almost feeling like it's what's necessary for me right now. But sometimes with women, and this is the part that I'm saying, that women are almost seem like they're taught that they need a man, and I'm not saying you don't need a man. I mean, Jehovah didn't institute marriage for nothing. That there's a bond there. That's a bond, and it works very well together if the two people are working well together, despite circumstances, or the bad and the good, despite all of those things. But you have to be okay being alone. You have to be okay with that. You're just gonna have to. And right now in this day and age, most of us, men included, do not have a choice. Men suck. Um, I'm starting to not believe that anymore. Men do not suck. Um, it's just a cycle that is quite different from mine. It's a larger percentage of people who grow up in broken families. you, it's a large percentage of people growing up in broken families, and that doesn't mean that it's only men, because men have sisters, right? And so those women, they may deal with things like different, but they have daddy issues just like men have daddy issues, or mother issues. I have daddy issues. I could explain that a little bit better of what I mean by having daddy issues. My therapist and a really close friend of mine explained it in a way that made a lot of sense to me. But just straight to the point, my father pretty much raised me in a way where he said, I don't know if there will be men who think or operate the way I do, that would be able to understand you, or would be good enough, or would understand your value as a woman. So you're going to have to learn to be self-sufficient. And that kind of stuck with me. It's not, he meant well by it. He meant well by it. But a part of that gave me this hopelessness of that there is a man out there for me. Because I'm still a woman. I'm still a female. I still like relationships. I still want that. But the other half of me, that's where the warring is. The other half of me is like, well, they all men suck, so they ain't gonna be able to understand me or deal with me or handle me, because they think I need their money, and when I mean what I need is really just emotional support, and it's a big difference in what I need. So yes, I do trust God that I would be married again, but I don't know if it's gonna be on this side of the world. It's gonna be on the other side. it's going to be in the new world. It's going to be in a new system of things. It more than likely might be that. But if it happens on this messed up side of the world and it works out, then cool. So I'm going to close it out here. Um, I do have my fashion video is up. I will be posting another video tomorrow on my hair because I see you guys are noticing my hair. Uh, you notice I'm not doing a lot of wigs lately, but I am creating a wig making class. So there's two things. I'm building my business at this time because that's what I have time to focus on. I'm not focusing on the family. I'm just focusing on me and the things that I want to do to help other people. So I am going to be done with my wig making classes that I'm going to be doing, and that's going to be on more than just the hand sewing wigs, and it's going to be sewing machine, hot glue gun, and ventilating, which that means making full lace units. So I'm going to be starting what you call a school, online school on that, and it's going to be live so that I can be able to answer questions and demonstrate and things like that. That should be out within the next couple of days because with my coach, my business coach, we're almost done with that. I'm also working with a business coach on my fitness channel and my fitness business as being an online fitness consultant. Right now, that's what I'm doing. So I'm focusing on doing things for other people and taking care of myself. So I'm still in the house. I'm not moving out of this house because I don't want to leave the Kingdom Hall that I'm at, even though I haven't been there in a couple of Sundays. I've been missing, and it's just I've been in my head lately, and I am starting to be okay with that. So that's why you guys are seeing me live. I'm starting to be okay with that, and it's like, okay, now I need to start talking so people know I'm alive. But I'm gonna close it out here. So tomorrow I will have a video up about my hair. It'll be in the morning. And my makeup because I'm not gonna. I don't know. I'm just been natural at everything now. Yep, making lace fronts, lace units. So that's what's going on. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I want to try and do this more often, but don't uh don't kill me if I'm not as consistent with it as I would like to be. But I just figure I would pop my head on here and let everybody know Nekia is my name. It's okay. She's okay. She's just processing through a change in life. It's like going back to black, going back to singlehood. And this time I'm going back to that with all this other stuff under my belt. And I'm pretty happy about it. I've grown as a woman, and I will be 40 this year. And I will be doing a challenge to 40. That would be really cool. And I hope I see you guys. I will see you guys in the video tomorrow. Oh, my real name, Nekia. If you've seen Black Panther, you probably were tired of hearing my name, and people kept saying that. People kept saying that. But my name is Nekia. My name is Arabic. It's not African. It's N-E. I'm a Black Panther. Yes. But her name is authentic for that comic book. That is authentic African, but mine's is Arabic. Nekia. So, I'm laughing. Interesting. Yeah. So, yep. I'll see you guys. I'm going to finish my tea. I couldn't drink it because it was very hot as I was talking to you. And I'll see you guys in the video tomorrow. Love you guys. And thank you for watching.